I've honestly heard of Epsom College since I was a kid. It's located in Surrey, just a 20-minute drive from London, and is definitely one of the traditional elite schools. For many years, it's been a cradle for medical professionals in the UK. But today, I'm not taking you to see Epsom College in the UK, but rather Epsom College in Malaysia.
Hello, hi, welcome to Epsom College in Malaysia. Hi, welcome.
Whenever we talk about going to Malaysia for work, all the male colleagues only think of Lim Min Chen, but I just think of Lee Chong Wei and durians. Epsom Malaysia is located in the south of Kuala Lumpur, just a 25-minute drive from the airport. It's the first branch of Epsom College in the UK, and it's already been open for 10 years. Turns out this place has already been open for 10 years. Back then, Boris Johnson was still just the Mayor of London, not even Prime Minister yet. You might ask, why not study at the UK campus and instead come all the way to the Malaysia branch? Well, to be honest, it's not as if the school will just accept you because you want to go. And as for the main campus in the UK, it might not necessarily be more suitable for your child than the Malaysia branch. There's a saying that's almost become my catchphrase. When looking at schools, it's not just about the grades. Look, the schools I helped my cousin and my two sons choose weren't picked just based on grades either.
So this here is our, you could say, living room area. Over here, there's a small toilet, and here is a laundry and a room for table tennis. We play table tennis here, and our clean clothes are kept here as well.
Returned.
Yes. And here, there's another place, which is our common area. We gather here, and every morning at 7:55, we have roll call here to sign in because they need to know if you've woken up on time and aren't late for class, right? This is the prep time area. Years 10 and 11 will gather here. Every day from 7 o'clock to 8:30, you have to study.
After all, this is a branch of a prestigious British school, so of course the sports facilities aren't just limited to a casual basketball court. At Epsom College in Malaysia, there are two sports that really stand out, but to be honest, I'm not very good at either of them. So currently, how many students are enrolled in the program and how are they doing?
So currently in the program, we have 46 students from different nationalities and different skill levels. We are really proud because we are achieving great results.
The achievements are truly impressive. The top tennis players in Malaysia under 10 and under 12 are all here. They come from Malaysia's Epsom College, and another student from Austria has also made it into the UTR, which means there's a very good chance they'll become a professional tennis player in the future. I think it's much harder than I imagined. I know how to play badminton, but tennis is completely different. The way you use your strength is different too, but it's really fun, so I feel like I've actually picked up a new interest today. Apart from tennis, another sport that this school really focuses on is golf, which not many boarding schools in the UK even offer. The goal of the ECM Golf Academy is to provide young students who aspire to become professional golfers with the necessary equipment, facilities, and coaching for playing golf, hoping that students can make the greatest progress in the shortest possible time. Including boarding, the fees are about $260,000, which is roughly half of what you'd pay in the UK, yet you still get the quality of a British boarding school. In fact, the price is quite similar to many international schools in Hong Kong, and you don't have to be forced to buy a debenture. Boarding life also helps children learn to live independently. Besides being excellent value for money, one of the major shareholders of Epsom College Malaysia is AirAsia, the Malaysian airline. So, apart from being close by, both students and parents can also enjoy discounted fares. You can get discounts on AirAsia flights and stays at Tune Hotels. So why Tune Hotel? The school's CEO, Mark Lancaster, was formerly the CEO of Tune Hotel Group, and he was also a senior executive at Warner Music. The likes of Sammy Cheng and LMF, whom we listened to when we were young, were all signed by him. Finally, I've seen the whole school, and honestly, I have mixed feelings about it. Originally, my friends told me, hey, come over to Malaysia to check out the school. I was thinking, why would I come all the way to Malaysia to study, right? The local schools I imagined in Malaysia, I thought you'd have to learn Malay and all that. But this offer is actually from Epsom College, which is a genuine British school that has set up a campus in Asia. And in some ways, it's actually even better than the UK. For example, their university destinations. It's not that the students from the UK campus aren't good at getting into British universities, but maybe because the catchment area here includes Koreans, Japanese, Hong Kongers, so the range of universities they apply to and the countries is much broader. For instance, there are students who've gone to Stanford, so I think actually if you're in Asia, you can go straight for the US universities. Each step of the process is really tough. You have to do all sorts of projects and you need to show your understanding of the subject, things like that. It's not as straightforward as the UK route. Of course, they also have plenty of students getting into Russell Group universities. Some from the UK have even come back to Hong Kong to study at HKUST and also at the National University of Singapore. So in terms of diversity, I think it's really impressive. And in terms of well-being, as for sports offerings, it's a bit of a mixed bag. You don't necessarily have to copy the entire British brand over here. Maybe some things are missing, like certain house activities or sports like rugby, hockey and cricket. They might not be as rich or as fixed as the list you'd get in the UK. After all, this is a different place. Not that many British schools play basketball, but their two main sports are really impressive: tennis and golf. Honestly, I'm not very good at them, as you can probably tell from the video, but wow, just look at how many types of tennis courts they have. Clay, grass, and then there's the golf driving range. It's so good you could actually run it as a members club in Hong Kong. You actually have to pay to become a member and play, so I think the students here are quite lucky. Maybe the cost of living here is lower. I feel that if you're really interested in emigrating, so many people have moved to the UK in recent years, and you're worried about things like not being able to adapt, having to eat Western food, the weather not being that appealing, or having to travel so far, or maybe you don't speak English, you might want to consider another place to emigrate to. Actually, Malaysia is very attractive once you come here. There's a strong Chinese community here, isn't there? And then the food is really plentiful. Lots of Hong Kong-style dishes that really suit your taste. The cost of living is low, and most importantly, let's talk about money. Here, my friend, with 3 million in local currency, that's just over 6 million Hong Kong dollars, you can already live in a big house with a swimming pool, hire a driver for just a few thousand, and have 4 or 5 cars. Honestly, it all makes sense. The school fees here, even for full boarding, are much cheaper than in the UK by a long shot. So, I really think, honestly, there's just no comparison, is there? If you compare it to Hong Kong, at least you don't have to, scramble for those debentures and all that stuff. To be fair, it really is a very attractive option.